Hey Collective, how are you guys? Edie Pooh and I are doing great. Thank you all for being here. She's right here. Say hey Collective. Oh, sweet girl. Alright, we love you guys. Thank you all for being here, for spending your time with us. We love you and appreciate you, Collective. So I've got a reading pulled for you guys. We're just going to tap straight into this message, okay? We've got passion. So someone's passionate about something. Please excuse my florist hands. Oh my gosh. Okay, so someone is very passionate about doing something here. They're terrified and they're worried. They're full of fear. On the back of these cards, both of them expressing fear. They were very passionate about doing something. Now they're freaking out. Extremely afraid to the point that you either freeze, fight, or run away from something or someone. Are you feeling extremely scared or afraid of something specific? Do you feel like you're in danger or that something bad is going to happen to you? Do you feel like you can't move or take action because of the intense fear you're experiencing? That's the terrified card. Now worried. They're feeling troubled or having a mind that is busy with anxiety or doubt. Are you feeling uneasy or anxious about something that might happen in the future? So something's going down, okay? We've got some crazy energy on my table. Do you keep thinking about something that's bothering you even though you can't do anything about it now? So they've done something and they're regretting what they've gotten mixed up in because now it's all blowing up in their face. Are you having trouble sleeping or eating because you're feeling worried? So somebody's freaking out, okay? They were all, I'm hearing they were gung-ho and passionate about doing something here. Yeah, they're full of regret, okay? Happening now. The situation or event in question is occurring right now. So this is going on right now. And they're freaking out because they're regretting doing something. And we have a couple on here. So there could have even been some cheating going on or doing something behind someone's back. Excuse me. They were manipulating someone, okay? They took a risk. They were gambling on something. They could have been in debt. They could have addictions. They could be trying to get money. Regret something that they've done for money here, okay? Someone could have been paid to do something. Refuse to let you go. They're delusional and they're obsessed. We have an ex that's stalking you in the energy. Okay. Someone's triggered. And it's a corrupt law enforcement officer here. Okay, so they're triggered. They're going to get fired because of their involvement in something that's going on here. They could have been manipulating someone in corrupt law enforcement. Now they're going to end up getting fired and they're triggered because of something that they've gotten involved in. They were doing magic, okay? Some kind of ritual, a ceremony, doing magic. It's a mystery. There could have been some kind of rite or like initiation into something here. A name, a car, and a place could all be significant. So like I'm hearing like tracking someone's whereabouts, running someone's tags, keeping an eye on someone. Okay. Undercover. Stalking and spying. Okay. We've got a fox. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So there's a sneaky fox here that's got some kind of business deal going on with a corrupt law enforcement officer that they were manipulating. They took a risk to manipulate this person. This person could be corrupt and dirty, so they thought that they'd help them do something here. Now they're worried, they're terrified, somebody's getting fired, they regret getting mixed up in this mess, okay? We've got a person of fire. So we've got a fire sign that could be significant here. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to resonate, but for some it may resonate out there. They're confident. They're energetic and outgoing. They had a lot of passion here. They got real creative and they were ruthless. Okay. Someone could be a teacher, an actress, an entrepreneur, an artist, or they could work in PR. Someone sexy. They were courageous and strong-willed, very confident in this energy that something was going to go in their favor is what I'm hearing. We've got a corrupt community here. They're numbing themselves to escape the pain. They've been trying to sacrifice you and affect your security and your safety. We have a Queen of Wands. It's trying to cover up something about drugs or poison. Okay. That they're abusing them. Someone could have a drug problem here. They're abusing it, trying to cover that up because of some kind of court situation that's going on. We've got an ex-partner or a spouse that could end up self-deleting, okay? Or this corrupt law enforcement officer could have a problem here, and they abuse their position and authority in the legal field, and now it could be getting them fired, and they have a legal proceeding regarding this. They could have been covering up that they were dirty here. Okay. And it's happening right now. So they're regretting something. They're trying to cover up something in this court situation. We've got a Queen of Wands, and this person's definitely in the reverse, okay? They're overwhelmed. They have a very low self-esteem. They're bullied. They're manipulative. They're overbearing, and they're jealous, okay? They have an interview, okay? And there's a waiting period. It's not the right time. Someone's asking for help. They're asking for mercy in the court. They're trying to be all kind. There's a waiting period. Someone could be put on on leave from work to where something's investigated, having to talk and have a conversation to get on the same page with someone that they were helping, okay? They're triggered now. Because all of their information, their name, their car, the place that they were having to interview, and I'm even hearing creating some kind of fake alibi, trying to get someone to help them because of something that's going on, and they've done some kind of magic here. There was a waiting period and sacrificing you. It wasn't the right time. Could have been trying to OD someone and make it look like they hurt themselves, okay? We've got a bird who's perched, so like a bird's eye view. Someone could be watching someone. Someone could even be hiding in a tree. Waiting for news. This is part of this waiting period. They're waiting for news, a package, or a letter. And I'm just seeing a drugs in my mind right now. They could also be waiting for some kind of letter regarding something. I'm just seeing certified mail regarding their job. They're waiting for news about something here because of this shady business deal that they got themselves into. Now it's ended up messing them up pretty bad in a court situation. Got a Libra. The truth is coming out. Someone's by the book. They could be trying to appeal something that's going on in a court situation, and they want to be they want someone to hear them out in these legal matters, trying to appeal something, to balance something out, acting like they have all this integrity. They're trying to make amends. They could be saying that they're telling the truth and they're lying. They're trying to cover up the truth. They abused their position of authority. Okay. This person, now I can't diagnose, but coming out as a sociopath. They're narcissistic. Okay. A corrupt community of sociopaths. A bully doesn't want you to have anything, so they're trying to sacrifice you. But you're God's champion, so that's not how it's going to work. Okay? With the Knight of Swords coming in all aggressive and reckless, charging and rushing towards someone, taking an opportunity to charge someone, to I'm just hearing bum rush someone, taking a risk, taking a gamble. This taking a risk, literally. And then on the gambler card, the first part is risk taker of fate. So they're thinking, oh God, I've got a small window here. I need to hurry up and just rush towards someone. We've got someone in your bloodline here that could be like trying to get someone to become very aggressive and hostile and hurt you in some way. We've got a serial unaliver. And they could use drugs and poison to do this to people. Okay, this could be like how they operate. If they want to play hitman and get rid of someone, someone could be popping up to say hello. We've got an architect planning something, supervising something. Even blueprints of someone's home could be significant. Someone could pop up at someone's home. They're armed. They carry a weapon. And that doesn't have to necessarily be someone in law enforcement. It could even be an ex-lover, okay, that is unhinged right now, sending monitoring spirits and insects. Okay, one of your exes here could have always carried a weapon. We've got lonely. They're dull, disappointed, they're isolated. They need help because of this magic that they've done. They're hoping for mercy because shit's going sideways is what I'm hearing. We've got a casket. Someone could be passing away, and with the unaliving, like self-deleting here, someone could literally OD. They could take their own life. Someone going out of your life, or the end of a situation. So someone could definitely, like, this could be coming to an end because someone could be passing away here. So whatever this energy is that this bully's been doing, it's going to stop. We've got Emerald with Taurus energy, healing, sexuality. You're very rare. You're free-flowing. Your love is very mature. Your heart chakra is open. Your love just flows freely. You've been restoring your soul and working on your soul growth. You operate with humility. You're very healed and you're healing yourself. You reflect and go internally so that you can heal the wounds that are inside that need to be healed. You're not operating from the shadow aspect of the being. Next lover here could be mad because you won't be sexual with them. We've got the letter H, the letter G, and we got hospital and ER. So someone could end up in the hospital, or they could have already been in the hospital or the ER, upset about losing your wealth. God's revealing the truth. This bully didn't want you to have anything, so they're upset, trying to sacrifice you. They collaborated and worked together with the Three of Pentacles. The group of people here could have even gotten co-workers involved. They're trapped, so they had a meeting. Woo! Goodness. Excuse me, collective. Well, we just sneezed that energy out, didn't we? My goodness. If someone's trapped, they've had to have some kind of a meeting here. And it was a collaboration of people gaining new skills or knowledge, educating and learning. They're dedicated to becoming masters at something. Now they're trapped in something that they've done. They're trapped in what they're doing, collaborating with others in these meetings. Coming against divine feminine, divine masculine here. Okay. Okay, sorry guys. Phew. I paused it on 1404, so that could be significant. And I just sneezed 11 more times, so the number 11 could be significant, okay? Excuse me, guys. Okay, sorry. So we have a swindler, a master of deception. They're a hypocrite. They're in disguise, and there's some kind of a conspiracy going on here, okay? So they had this meeting with this collaboration of people. Now they've trapped themselves in some kind of deceptive disguise that they've tried to create. Someone could be a content creator. They could be coming after a content creator, or they could be a content creator. There could be unhinged about something that's being said
on someone's channel or in their content on social media. Okay. They're obsessed with you. Something happened in the past. Okay. So something that happened in the past with an ex here has them very triggered because they have gotten involved in some very shady shit here, and it's coming to light. But you don't know all of the details yet. Okay. They were being very strategic in how they were moving, okay? And even in the past, they were planning and strategically planning and moving. They've got karma coming in, though. You will reap what you have sown. So, karma's coming in, all right? And they're unhinged because they could be getting ready to get fired and they're getting ready to go down. We've got the gavel, okay? Sagittarius energy. Someone's going to get convicted. A decision has been made. In a legal matter, an offer has been accepted in a court order. It's bringing order to a serious situation. It was a very important decision. Someone is very fair, and whoever is pounding this gavel, they pay attention to the details. Something's finished, and they're going to be judged. Okay? So whatever they were planning, strategizing, plotting, and scheming, okay? They're upset about losing your wealth, and a bully doesn't want you to have anything, so they're trying to sacrifice you. A whole corrupt community of sociopaths are coming against you. Someone can be trying to put someone in the ER or the hospital, putting them on a waiting period where there could even be like a psych hold. Okay, trying to say someone could be saying that they want to unalive themselves and they need to be committed or helped. They need help. They're lonely. They're isolating themselves and then doing magic to manipulate the situation. Could be trying to manipulate someone's thoughts to where they can have those kinds of thoughts. Okay. We have stolen money. So someone stole money. Okay, they don't want you to have anything, and now they're upset about losing your wealth, so they could have stolen money from you in some way. And they're trying to cover up the abuse in the court situation, and this is someone in your bloodline is definitely involved here with family members, with the Knight of Swords trying to come towards you in very violent, aggressive, hostile, reckless energy. Well, there's a massive backfire, and they didn't see this coming, okay? And they didn't see it coming that they were going to lose this wealth. We've got a King of Cups, so there could be a father figure here, or this could be a King of Cups energy that you had a breakup with, and it does not have to be romantic. This could be you walking away from a father figure here in your bloodline, okay? They were emotionally manipulative. They're very immature. They're rude. They're impulsive. They're unfaithful, they're a cheater, they're immature, they're very reactive, okay? And in this meeting, when I said reactive, I was drawn to the meeting card. So they could have absolutely blown up in this meeting and gotten very pissed off about something here because something may not have worked out in their favor, and now they're mad because they thought whoever they were meeting up and collaborating with here, with this Three of Cups, with an ex-lover here, with family members and an ex getting involved, trying to cover up all of this horrible energy that's going on. A crime of passion, that's an accident, okay? I mean, well, a crime of passion isn't usually premeditated. Sometimes things happen, but a Jezebel, that's weird. A Jezebel could have created some kind of crime of passion, and they're claiming that it's an accident. Could be trying to get out of something here is what I'm saying, but this was like premeditated. This has been strategically planned since the past, and you don't know all of the details yet, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. They're terrified and worried now because they were gung-ho and passionate about doing this. We've got a mother figure here who is receiving money, finding out that a mother figure is receiving money. You could be this mother figure, Divine Feminine, okay, and they could be finding out that you were receiving money for something, and they didn't like that, and they didn't want you to have that money. You could be a content creator, some of you, that you're receiving money from, okay, if you're monetized, and they're mad, they're unhinged about what's being said. You could be exposing people, and they're mad about it, so they've got corrupt law enforcement involved to try to take you down. Because they're freaking sociopaths, a whole corrupt community. We have romantic feelings, okay? Could even be saying that you receive money in exchange for sex, reporting back to someone if you are seeing someone, or if you have a mother figure could have paid someone they all voted on it to report back to someone to see what's going on in your life, in your love life. Wearing a mask, being very deceptive, okay? Pretending, they're very inconsistent, all right? And they're wearing this mask in front of this courtroom too, because they're trying to cover up abuse, all right? But they want to report back about your love life, your happiness, your well-being, what's going on with you. Don't let them know that I want to know. This mother figure here. We've got the cat with Scorpio energy. Someone's very apathetic and disinterested. You're just unaffected. It's not your problem. Someone wants what they want when they want it. It's a my way or the highway kind of energy. They get bored easily. Okay, they wear a mask. Disengage from this energy. You don't want anything to do with this manipulative person here. Someone could have altered medical records, and there's going to end up being a malpractice suit, and that could have happened in the hospital or the ER. Okay, we have toxic parents that are upset about losing your wealth. A bully doesn't want you to have anything. They're trying to sacrifice you, and it's a massive backfire with coming after you, and not a sword's energy, someone in your bloodline. Let go of the outcomes so the universe can work its magic. Okay, with these toxic parents, toxic ex here. They could have altered your medical records because someone could work in the medical field with the Eight of Pentacles. Reporting back to someone about what you're doing for work as well. There's a hidden private property. Okay, so someone could have a property that they don't know about that was taken from them. There's conflict over this property because there's a gold digger. Okay, they're obsessed with causing you harm because they don't want to give this up, and they didn't see this coming. These toxic parents here, they're obsessed with causing you harm. They're so greedy, they're selfish, they're opportunistic, exploiting you, creating conflict. These are definitely karmics in your life. It's a whole group of people doing a sex ritual or sex rituals with these karmics here, with these third-party situations. Well, they've got lessons that they've got to learn, okay? Hiding what they're doing on private property, daydreaming, family matters, okay? The beach could be significant, creating illusions. They're optimistic that this conflict's going to be resolved in these family matters and that they're going to come out ahead. We've got fine print with Virgo, being very detailed, looking closer, researching, inspecting and paying attention, taking a deep dive, looking for hidden information, reading between the lines, being very thorough and paying attention, double checking everything, okay, reading the fine print, and some kind of conflict here. Okay, regarding this gold digger. They tried to steal your life, so they're about to lose it all. Okay. It's a family feud that's going on, and they're stealing from you. These toxic parents. These toxic family members. We have an emperor with communication, so there's definitely a father figure here that could be trying to cover up their abuse in the court. A couple, between what was going on, communicating with a couple, or a couple is communicating with an ice king. That could be a serial unaliver that could have hired this person to come after you and give you some kind of DRUG or poison because of this family feud that's going on. They're your rivals. They hold a grudge against you. They're very hostile and they want to create conflict. And now they're in a feud with these corrupt officials also because of this court situation. This Queen of Wands could be having a really bad conflict with these corrupt officials because they could be getting fired. Corrupt officials manipulating a court situation or going to prison. And it's over a stolen inheritance here. Okay, so there's this nasty feud that's going on because of this. And now they've brought these corrupt officials into this and they're going down. Wait, which one's next? This deck. I've got a lot of cards pulled. I worked on this reading for a long time. Okay, so somebody's full of anxiety. They're scared to death now. They're panicking. Okay. We've got Fehu, and it's all about this wealth. The letter F, fire signs. It represents wealth, abundance, success, resources, and prosperity. And this was something that they took a risk. Okay, they took a risk, they took a gamble. They thought they were on the same page. They thought they were some master, that they were receiving money, okay, from a mother figure here. Now they're terrified and worried because of all this manipulation, all this deceit, all this shit that's going on with these greedy bastards here. They have gotten themselves, they are trapped in a nasty mess of what's going on. And Jezebel has definitely been having sex rituals here. And some kind of crime of passion could have occurred during one of these rituals that was an accident. They could have hurt someone. Okay? Unrestrained creative potential. Raw power. Be careful not to burn out. Material gain and financial stability. Reflect on what you truly value. The power of intention and manifestation is what represents Fehu. It's about wealth. Okay, so they're scared, they're panicked, and they have anxiety about this wealth because they're upset about losing it. Okay, they're upset about losing your wealth. They were bullying you. They were bullies. Okay, for sure. They're embarrassed. They were gossiping about you. They could have been embarrassed of you, collective. Could be the generational curse breaker and the black sheep of your family, and you call these fuckers out and you're here to change and break the curses off the bloodlines. Beware of great pride. So they're very much in their ego. Okay, they have a whole group of friends here with Scorpio energy, contacting a group of friends that they can relate to. They show up and hang out. They meet up in person, meet up on social media. They're together. They're real friendly. Okay, they're real friendly with this person, or these family members could be telling someone to come in and come towards you in that energy. Okay, they're furious. You have a crossed over loved one that's also furious, but they're furious because this isn't working out in their favor. They could be saying that you're promiscuous, creating defamation of character. Okay. Trying to make you look bad in front of the court's eyes because they want to cover up the abuse. Well, we've got a hermit here with top secret and classified information here. We've got an investigator that could be looking into this emperor here, okay? And it's top secret. They didn't want you to know about this hidden gift that you were supposed to receive, this couple here. And this Ice King here could be this emperor, this father figure here. He was a freaking tyrant. They've abused their authority. Okay? They're stubborn. They abuse their power. They're a poor leader. They're a serial unaliver. They could have access to drugs or poison. They wanted you in poverty, needing help, not wanting to give you a gift that you were supposed to receive. A hitman within the vehicle. Tick-tock. Time's running out. We got a deadline. We got to do this. These corrupt family members here meeting up with someone. They could have even been meeting up with an undercover here. They didn't even know it. Oh, no. This is the corrupt one here. They were supposed to plant drugs in someone's vehicle. Within the vehicle. Planting drugs within the vehicle. There's a deadline. TikTok. The time's running out. And they're doing jar spells. Okay. But they had a deadline to put this in someone's car. Going on an adventure, traveling towards someone to do this. They were passionate about it. The word passion is on this adventure card, and it was the first word that came out. So they were passionate about trying to plant drugs. Okay. And then could have gotten pulled over and then searched by a corrupt official here. Okay. Because something was planted. And someone didn't know that it was even in their car because they don't even do it. Yeah, and then great fortune. Yeah, they definitely got a lot of money to do this. Thought it was a great idea. And now they're in trouble. And they're being accused. Bringing home the bacon and frying it up in the pan. And now they're in trouble for this money. Okay. We've got the white rabbit with Sagittarius energy. Something sparked their curiosity. It's time they researched it. The dark is coming to the light. They're going down the rabbit hole. Okay, somebody's going down. We've got the letter D. Travel to your location. They're on a conference call. Someone with the letter D could travel to someone's location to try to plant drugs within someone's vehicle, manipulating the community to come against you, and they want to make you sick. This hitman here. And this hitman, top secret, came out as the hermit. So this is this corrupt officer here. Okay? They're ignorant. They could be in withdrawal. They could have a drug problem. An excessive amount of solitude, okay, with this hitman here. We've got the Six of Pentacles and this right here, unaliving someone, thinking that this is what someone should receive. Give them what they deserve. Take them out. Well, karma's here. Universal balance is in your favor, and your ancestors are going to end up putting somebody in prison. Okay? They're sick of this shit. Your ancestors are over it. Your ancestors are coming in to take this down, to make this stop. It's not going to work. This driver, it's not going to work. Trying to mess with steering. With how someone can steer the car as they navigate their journey. A safe passage, trying to affect someone's car. Could hurt someone's car while they're driving. It's not going to work. There's going to be a court reporter. Okay. Access granted. Someone could want you to welcome them so that they could have access to you. Access granted on social media. They're hiding on a fake profile, stalking and spying. Okay. Someone could be driving around within their vehicle, waiting for just the right moment to hurry up and rush towards someone quickly with a Nine of Swords as they're traveling to plant drugs. Okay. The karmic's out here looking like a fool. Shadow work is needed. It's not going to work. Okay, it's not going to work. They're furious. Discord among friends or family. It's not going to work. You may have even moved your car. They're so mad. Oh, God, they take offense to not being able to do this. We've got tools with Capricorn energy. They could say they've got what it takes. They're organized. They want to help someone at for the task at hand that they're well prepared for. It's a masculine. They're getting shit done. They think they've got all these abilities and resources and they have what it takes to get the job done. Like, how? Let me do it. I can get it in there. Well, they're all going down. And you will be happy again. What sweet girl. What sweet girl. You went out. Hold on, baby. Hold on. They hold a grudge. And whatever they do, there's definitely strings attached, okay? Trying to sacrifice you would make them happy. Okay, sacrificing you would definitely make them happy because they're unhappy with the situation that they're in. They're trapped now. They're not satisfied. Someone could literally be in restraints, okay, because of what they've done here. Someone could get arrested at work. I just put it on the Eight of Pentacles because that's where I was drawn. They were happy, about trying to trap you in some kind of situation, wanting you isolated and lonely, needing help, needing you in poverty so that they can unalive you. These legal proceedings here with this judge, all right, that they're trying to cover up the abuse in the court. Someone could really be possessed in the way that they're thinking about things, okay, and they're sending entities and doing things and rituals over this court case. They're forceful with it, and they're leeches, so they're siphoning energy, all right, they're unhinged, they're forceful, Knight of Swords. So it's someone that you've got irreconcilable differences with. Like, there's no way you can make up with this energy, with these karmics. They have no common sense. Someone made a large purchase. They're ignorant, and they have no common sense. And now, beware of greed. They took a vow to beware. Don't be greedy. Don't be showing off. Don't be strutting it around like a proud peacock, okay? Cock. A doodle-doo. Okay. They made a vow to create this conflict. This gold digger here. Yeah, they were reckless, so they're not going to have a rainbow a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. A wish will not be granted. They're not going to have this abundance. It's not a godsend. They're not manifesting wealth and prosperity that they're trying to create. Cancer energy. It came out in reverse. So they're not going to have this. It's not coming in for them. They were reckless. Stay away from these people, okay? They're stalking you. They've got a nasty-ass revenge plot that's going on because they hold a grudge. Got a Queen of Cups, a spouse and partner in reverse, okay? So this could be even like a father figure's ex or someone that you were... The Queen of Swords can be masculine or feminine, okay? It's just someone that's very emotionally unbalanced. They're emotionally immature. They're irrational. They're clingy. They're spiteful. They're unfaithful. They're just reckless. They're emotionally manipulative, okay? And so whoever they're with could end up leaving them. There was a lot of destruction that this cult has created coming after an influencer, someone that's a content creator, okay, trying to destroy what they've built, trying to destroy someone's online influence. You could have blocked someone from calling you. Someone's phone calls and records could be being monitored here, okay? You cut someone off, or someone could have cut you off that you had irreconcilable differences with. There's a hidden property here. It's the end of you and me. It's a waste of time, okay? Someone's armed with robbery, so someone could have even done this in the past. Exploitation, thinking something's unfair. They were all strategic. We've got a boat. Money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. So you could be getting a phone call about something here. Communication. Reaching out. Having a conversation. Something's going to be loud and clear whenever this phone call comes in. Cancer energy again. Trying to tarnish your reputation on the internet. There's definitely a windfall of money. We've got an online business. Someone could definitely have an online business. You could do something as a content creator. You do something online. And it could, be... You could be doing well. And this inheritance here can also be this windfall of money. Someone drove to the crossroads. Someone's at a crossroads. A change is coming. Someone's traveling. They were ambitious. Okay. They committed fraud. Fraud protection. So some kind of... You could have even gotten a fraud alert from the bank that someone was trying to spend money. Wanted you homeless, wanted you unemployed, wanted you struggling, poor, broke, busted, disgusted. They're going to the graveyard, doing dark rituals. So they're going to the crossroads. to offer things to entities here. Now they're negotiating, bargaining, and begging, going to the graveyard, that they want you to be in this energy. We've got algaes that represents elk and protection, the letters Z and air signs. Protection, guardian, sanctuary, and instinct. So you're very protected. Okay. Defense. Under the safeguard of spiritual protection. Your powerful inner strength is enough to help you manifest your dreams. Guides are watching over you, providing support and shielding you against harm. Acknowledging, harnessing, and leaning into this field of being protected, you can pursue your goals with greater confidence. Awakening and heightened intuition. Trust your instincts. Inner strength is what algaes represent. So they didn't realize how protected you are. And they're going to the graveyard. Okay, trying to rob you. Destiny swap with you. Literal inheritance. Physical, earthly, divine inheritance. They will play victim once they know they're losing. Yep, that's why they're trying to cover up the abuse in the court situation. Begging. They want to have triumph here. They want success. They want to achieve what they're doing here. And they could have for a while. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. So, victory's only going to last so long. Now, these criminals here, the Seven of Swords criminal, they're upset. Taurus energy. They've destroyed themselves. They're under pressure. They're burdened. They're disappointed because there's a setback. There could have been some kind of a crisis that involved an accident. There could be a trial. They're in a state of grief. They saw some kind of an opportunity and now it's led to misfortune and hardship. They're trying to fix it. They can't fix it. This cult's doing dark spell work, trying to fix it. The world is crashing down around them. They can't fix it. It's a massive backfire. You weren't supposed to survive. There could be a GANG member even involved in this energy here. Okay. They're collapsing because you're coming out as divine royal bloodline here, collective. Okay. They don't know who they're fucking with. They don't know who they're trying to unalive here. It's karmic masculine. It's wanting money. They could have been paying a karmic masculine who's Ice King. A couple could have paid an Ice King karmic masculine here who's a serial unaliver to do something to someone. With a workspace, this could even be a co-worker here. Something's going on. They paid this person to do a job. Upset people are seeing who they really are. And they're scamming people to support their addictions. Because they've got a DRUG problem. Okay, sorry, collective. My eyeballs were floating. I had to take a potty break. Edie's got her little baby and she's going to do night-night nibbles. Okay. Now, someone's real petty out here. Okay, they're full of jealousy and envy. And they're gossiping. They're slandering. It's a covert operation. They're trying to hide something with this covert operation that they've got going on. Okay. They're upset that people are seeing who they really are. And they're scamming people to support their addictions. And that could be with DRUGS. Okay. Somebody in the justice system here. So we've got a corrupt official here for sure. They're a thief. Trying to sacrifice people getting money to do it. Okay. They're a sociopath. They're a serial unaliver. And they cover up their abuse of their position of authority in the courts. They probably act like they're this amazing person where people would least suspect them. Okay, they're dirty. Well, news is on the way. Okay, this bird that's been hiding in the tree, the bird's flying. There's discord among friends or family, and they're furious because they're going to prison. We've got handcuffs. Somebody's going to prison. They wanted control, so they target prey so that they can feel like they're in control. They like to suppress people and apply force. They want them to submit and feel powerless. They want them incapacitated. Someone could be handicapped. Well, someone is definitely going to be detained. They're going to be defenseless. That's how they wanted you. Someone in the justice system. They were bullying you. creating so much hardship and misfortune and so many crises that you had to overcome, trying to destroy you, creating setbacks and constant disappointments in your life. Someone could be violent. There's violent crimes that are going on. Could be involved with GANG members. We've got siblings and cousins that are also involved here. They're in this cult doing spell work, and it's real fucking dark. There's going to be a confrontation. Going to trial, it's a jury trial. You could have a confrontation in the court with corrupt family members from your bloodline, having to defend yourself, okay? With the Nine of Wands, you're the wounded warrior, you're exhausted, trying to sacrifice you, always reporting back to someone, secret affairs, doing voodoo, okay? Jesus. Wow. Creating crimes of passion with these voodoo rituals here with an invisible person. Archangel Michael is protecting you. He's unseen, okay? They don't realize what's going on here. We've got sex magic. It's a covert operation. Archangel Michael's protecting you from any magic that's going on. Okay, wanting you isolated and unseen. They want you hidden. They don't want you to be noticed. They don't want you online. They don't want you speaking out. They don't want people to see you. They don't want people to love you. They don't want people to even like you. They want to just defame your character. They want to steal everything from you to where you're just so needy and codependent. 4611 on the clock when I said that. It could be significant. They want you in poverty, always needing help. Always needing a handout, always struggling, always suffering, feeling blocked with nothing but obstacles in your life, wanting you to be invisible. Well, whoever, they can't manipulate you anymore. They feel embarrassed because they can't manipulate you anymore. Bribing people with inducement here. Giving bribes. Tempting and persuading people to do something here. In the justice system. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Someone could even get hit with a club, okay? Take care, or there will be a loss of material wealth. And you're just this beautiful phoenix rising here, collective. Scorpio energy, you've had a powerful transformation. They've destroyed you, and you rose from the ashes. You emerged and transmuted this energy. You're a powerful alchemist, and they didn't see this coming. They didn't understand how strong you are. You've had like a beautiful ascension and resurrection process. Okay? Whatever they were trying to put an end for you, it's just the beginning, baby. Trying to cover up a false statement. You're innocent. You are freaking innocent. They're trying to cover it up. Trying to cover up an affair here, too, that came out. So there's a confrontation over this. Cleaning up organized crime. Cleaning up payments that they were given to someone here with the Page of Pentacles. Okay? Trying to clean up what they've done. They've created so much destruction here. It's organized crime unit. Yeah, they're trying to steal, being thieves from chosen ones here. Okay? Well, divine justice is coming in. God's over it. Death is their karma. They're real embarrassed now. Plugged in, tuned in on the internet, being connected with their cauldron, creating mysteries with Pertho energy. The letter P, water signs, mystery, fate, secrets, chance, and destiny. Okay, could be looking online for spells, trying to figure out how they can tune in and connect to your destiny and your fate, your energy. Trying to steal from, siphon you as a thief from a chosen one. Okay. Putting you in their cauldron, wanting you to be blind and just completely unaware. Well, they're feeling awkward and embarrassed now, wanting you to have vision problems. I'll wear 2 pairs of glasses so I can see these little tiny words. The element of chance and the unpredictability of life. The need to adapt to the hand you've been dealt. You have the power to influence your outcomes through your responses and attitudes. Hidden meanings, secrets, and the mysteries of life. Make the most of whatever comes your way, whether fortunate or challenging. Significant changes coming ahead. enjoy life as it unfolds. Okay? Evie, honey, what are you doing?
What you doing? Are you just chewing? Don't eat the baby. Just
Okay. Wanting you blind to what's really going on. They're getting advice from a friend, and if this dog's barking, they could be talking about something with someone, or someone's talking about something that they've done here. We have the urn with Cancer energy. Someone could have passed away. Something's been removed. There's a setback. It's over. It's done. Going into poverty. Breaking up with someone. There's a paper trail. There's a document. A false statement. There's a witness. They think that they're above other people. You're having to defend yourself. Protect yourself. Blocking something that's coming in towards you because of confrontations. Defending yourself. Standing your ground. You're persevering. You're so strong. A caregiver with greed. That's an op. Someone could definitely work in the medical field here. Okay? They're greedy. These are your ops. The rendezvous point was falsifying documents because someone's money hungry. Okay? Something drastic happened with an sex addict that thought that you were an easy target. There was some kind of extreme harsh cutoff that occurred. Okay? This person was ruthless. They were a hitman, and it's not going to work. So since they couldn't sacrifice you, bullying you, they didn't want you to have anything. They're going through this massive backfire. They couldn't plant these drugs. Okay? So they've manipulated the community to turn against you. And they've got corrupt law enforcement involved. Trying to plan and organize and schedule something here. Some kind of a meeting. Someone could have a management position at work. Someone's work schedule could be significant. Having victory in some endeavor with some kind of job that they were doing. We have a convertible, Gemini energy. There's many options. Everyone has free will and choices. They could change what they're doing. Someone's two-faced. They had alternatives, but they like their preferences. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Well, they're being set up, trying to set someone up out of revenge, or someone's being set up. We have an uncle and an aunt. Hitman. They're aggressive and dangerous. So an aunt and an uncle could be this couple here that could have hired a karmic masculine here to be, that's a serial unaliver, gave them some kind of gift because they were struggling, needing money, and they paid this person. They could have paid this person to come in and rob you of your energy, your resources, all kinds of things, trying to exploit you in every way that they possibly can. Okay? We've got death with success. They thought that they were going to be able to pull this off. It was scheduled. This assassination, it would have made them blissful and so happy. They were loving the thought of this. Well, guess what? God rolled up and said, not my chosen one. You got me fucked up right now. Someone's committed grand larceny. Someone could have an autoimmune disease. This sex addict here. They're observing you. They could even be trying to astral project and travel into your dreams. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. They're observing to see if what they're doing is working on you. Headache with Virgo energy. Someone's in poor health. They could have a disease or an illness. Some kind of emergency or unexpected, unpleasant crisis could have occurred. Someone's annoying. They don't agree with anybody. They're in pain. They have underlying conditions, which could be an autoimmune. Somebody's sick. Somebody's hurt. We've got the letter D. The letter C. White collar crimes with wire fraud going on. They know they're fucked. So someone's dealing with depression now. Okay. Trying to affect someone's stability and security in their home. having to defend and protect yourself. There is a private property that's hidden, okay? Family, prosperity, romance. They don't want you to be able to rest and enjoy your success. They're evil. They don't want you to have anything. They're freaking evil. Family debt. Family could be in a lot of debt. And they could have affected your finances to where it puts you in debt instead of giving you what you should have received. And what they thought that you should have received was an HOMICIDE with the Six of Pentacles. You're coming out as a genius. This came out in my last reading. You're powerful. And they're doing rituals and spells. They're obsessive with this power. They think they're a genius. They're coming after a genius. They think they're so smart. Someone's extraordinary. They have an innovative mind. They're intelligent. They bear gifts. And they have exceptional abilities. They're a genius. Okay? This could be you, collective. They're coming after. They're annoyed. And they think all this stuff that they're doing against you, they think it's funny. It's not fucking funny. They're going to see how it's not funny because it's coming back on them. It's a massive backfire. They're turning others against you, coming after you, posting things directed towards you instead of coming to you directly. Okay? The haters are mad because they see you winning. They can't stand it. They don't understand how you've overcome all this energy. A scorned love, an old fling of your current or recent ex partner still feels deep pain of rejection and betrayal. So they're seeking revenge. This person could have dark hair, dark eyes, a mustache, a beard. Okay. Return to sender has backfired on them. It's a massive backfire. And they didn't see this coming. Literally. Didn't see this coming. They're so depressed. It's time to act. Oh, it's time to act. They think they're this ferocious lion here trying to create conflict, bribing people in the justice system to come towards you. They made a vow. Yeah, I'll make sure it's done. I'll make sure it's done. I'll take care of it. Don't you worry about it. Create this conflict. Because they're an opportunistic, greedy gold digger. Okay. And now they're trapped. They wanted you trapped. You being trapped was making them happy. The wheel is here with indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. An arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Roosters can be significant. Dissatisfied with life. So they're not happy. Disappointment in a friend or a lover. They could have even been given sexual bribes to this person. Yeah. Announcement of good luck. Like, good luck with that. Yeah. A goal-oriented person telling someone good luck. Success assured with good plans and hard work. So, I mean, they were really confident that this was going to work out. Protection from a powerful friend because they thought since they had this corrupt law enforcement on their side that it was just going to all work out. Trying to trap someone. They're trapped. We have a predator here. Wanting to hold someone hostage. They're restless. They're possessive. They're doing something without someone's consent. Taurus energy. Evie, honey, stop. She's scratching my butt, which means she wants her butt scratched. Evie Pooh, I'm doing a reading. Quick. Someone's tired of being blackmailed. Gay lover exposes them out of revenge so that we could have same-sex energy going on in these sex rituals and they don't want people to know and a gay lover could be exposing someone just out of revenge. We got the Two of Wands. A new path is presenting itself, having a new opportunity, desiring change, having options and choices, traveling. Someone's mad because you're still alive. They trusted someone to be able to like trap you, to unalive you, to take you down. They're conjuring entities, conjuring jinns. They're ignorant. They're impulsive. They're a fool. They were very rash in their behavior. These ops are scared of you now. The legal team sees that you're pure evil. You could be in the spotlight, in the public eye. You could have fame and recognition, and they are mad about this. They don't like this. You will be playing a different role because you've stepped into what you're doing here, and they're terrified. They have no remorse, but they're terrified, okay? They've got this harsh karma. They know they're getting ready to get their asses kicked. They refuse to move on and let go. It's come out again. The level of deception used in this relationship is igniting harsh karma. You're defeating an ancient entity that's hunted you through many lifetimes. They've trapped themselves in ultimate ruin, and they can't keep their lives straight. Heartache over what you no longer have, which is where they're upset about losing your wealth. Because they're going to be arrested. They won't get away with this. God is protecting you. Protect your chakras. Okay? They abused you, and they're trying to hide the abuse and cover it up in the court. All this childhood trauma that they put you through, the divine has revealed something to you. They've lost all control of the situation. Fear, worries, intense situations are going on. We have a dagger. Harsh karma again. They want to come back around you. They better think twice, because they're going to get even more harsh karma. There was a betrayal in the workplace, or there was just a betrayal period. Something could be going on in the workplace. Giving and receiving some kind of an illness. Creating confusion and illusion. It's a covert operation trying to make someone sick. We have a ram. Aries energy can be significant. A stubborn, aggressive person. Someone that you had a breakup with, or you just walked away and separated yourself from. Focusing on your root chakra. Healing your root chakra. Their magic is ineffective against you. Doing love spells, yeah, it's not affecting you. You are in a position of authority. We have authority figures here who are abusing their position of authority. Religious and spiritual beliefs could be different. We have the feds. We've got the alphabet boys that are involved. Age 23 to 35 could be significant. Money will be coming to you, okay? We have a hacker. Someone's being hacked. Somebody's going to jail. That's a hacker. Create firm boundaries. Maintain firm boundaries. Someone's on a watch list. You could have your own platform. They could have you. You could be on a watch list because of things that you're exposing. We have jealous coworkers. Love spells have worn off and they can't stand the karmic anymore. Okay. Solid foundations. Success with effort. We got the tower here. It's time to walk away. Your intuition scares them and they're freaking out. You could be in the public eye and they can't handle it, and your intuition is freaking someone out. You could be a reader. Someone's out of control when they're drunk, and they become very aggressive, okay? They're anticipating what's going on here. They're anticipating this mind control. Someone's all in their ego. And they can't stand your intuition. It's freaking them out. So they're having no choice but to run away because you're exposing what they're doing. We have jealousy. And a female, they could be keeping it secret that they're jealous of you. This could be a family member. A family member could have passed away. Okay. Your spouse and partner could have created this crime of passion. They had to bury someone. Something could have happened to a family member here. Okay. Here's this caregiver again that had some kind of an accomplice or partner in crime with their spouse. Okay. Someone could have been cremated. A fire inside. I'm just seeing this is like cremation. And then their ashes. They could have their ashes in the home. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Well, their unsuccessful plans. Their forces that are working against you. Someone is behaving stupidly. Pay attention to your finances. You will receive a gift. A gift of wealth. So it looks like money's coming towards the collective here. Because you're ascending. You put in the work and the labor and the effort that it takes to go through your ascension process. And they're jealous and envious of you. Because you're in this beautiful rising star energy. Okay? You're a victim. You were suffering. And you're held in high honor. You're a warrior. You're loyal. They targeted you like prey.
They afflicted you. And you're in this beautiful church energy, this spiritual sanctuary. Sacred architecture. A grave robber. They could have even gone into someone's grave here and robbed them here, who was a victim. And this person could have been held in high honor. This person, I'm just seeing like highly decorated military. Here's an engineer again. We had an architect and an engineer could be significant. A farm could be significant. Okay. That could be this private property that's hidden that you may have that you don't know about. You could have land. Mars retrograde. Impulsive rage of anger, hostility, major blowouts, fights, and violence. And that's exactly what's been in the energy. They secretly keep tabs on your every move. They're your copycat. Trying to be just like you in everything you do. Your spirit team is here. Your ancestors, angels, your spirit guides, gods, goddesses. They got your back, collective. They're protecting you. Someone's your business rival. They can't stand your grind and your hustle. They're mad that you can take care of yourself. So they want to rob you. Okay? They have low self-esteem. Their envy and inferior towards you stems from deep-rooted childhood wounds. Evie Pooh. They have a blocked heart chakra. Issues, intentions, affection, balance, beauty, compassion, empathy, healing, love, mindfulness, nurture, and relationships. So their heart chakra is blocked, okay? Whenever you are not blocked, you have these things going on in a healthy way, but theirs is blocked, so they don't have any of this going on. They're cold as ice. They talk about you behind your back. So recharge your energy. Distance yourself, take a break, a vacation, pamper yourself. Indulgence, do things that make you happy and recharge your energy. Do your spiritual baths. You will witness their karma. They're in competition with you. They're always trying to one-up you. Okay? And they're mad because you pay no mind to them. You don't pay attention to this narcissist that's in your energy. You don't care. They're an energy vampire. Yeah, and take a spiritual bath because they're trying to siphon you out and rob your energy and drain you dry. Excessively demanding your attention and emotional support. Okay? What about the moon? With dark witchcraft. Using a puppet, voodoo doll, doing voodoo. Okay? Somebody's definitely going to prison. They're going to jail. They were trying to poison you. Okay? Protecting your dreams. Court rules in your favor. Someone could be planning a trip to create an injury. We've got a stolen inheritance here. They're triggered. Alright. They're triggered because of your third eye and your intuition. Oh my God, it has them triggered. They did not want you to know about this stolen inheritance. Within a few days, some kind of big problem that's going on. Okay, within a few days, the situation or event in question will develop or unfold within a matter of days. Some kind of problem and big mess. It's all interconnected and complicated. Patience is needed. Trying to work it out. There's many working components. It's out of control. There's a lot of made up stories and lies that are having to be sifted through. Sagittarius energy. Okay. Yes. The answer is yes. The situation or event is right on track at this time. Here's your rainbow and it's in the upright. You're going to have a pot of gold collected. Okay, we've got within a few days. Something's going on. With these toxic parents here, there's evidence, there's proof, there's an investigation. Okay. There's a detective here. They're scared because of this entity, the supernatural attack. They're all this massive backfire. They don't know what to do. This person's a pervert. It's the boner zone going on. Wow, a pervert in work. So someone could be an sex worker or these rituals here with the devil. Working with the devil. A pervert's working with the devil. Literally.
poison. Well, and here's Archangel Michael protecting you from this toxic, unhealthy behavior and these people that are poisonous in your energy. And Archangel Michael is bringing you courage. You're so strong, okay? Because he comes through you. Oh, sirens. Picture proof of sirens. Ooh, hack devices. There's a court situation that's going on. There's picture proof, video proof of something. Hack devices with children, baby, or child. Something's going on YouTube. So you could be a content creator on YouTube, some of you, trying to get you evicted. They're so pissed off. They're having a psychotic break. You're defensive. You've worked hard for what you've built. Coming up against a karmic femme here. Colorado could be significant. They're crying. You were crying. Your heart was broken. Now they're crying. The enemy is crying. Florida could be significant. The choices that they've made, they're going to have to be held accountable for what they've done. They could have stolen your identity or a false identity that they have to create a disguise so that they're hidden. We have a butcher. We have a knife. It has them very concerned because someone's going to get locked up for 5150. That could be, that's what for self-deleting. Someone could be put on a hold before they can even be transported to a jail even. A step-grandfather could be significant. Minnesota. Yeah, we definitely got a pervert. We could have a pedo as well. This pervert here could be a pedo. Okay. Alright, guys. 1:11 on the clock. So, this is going to be our reading. You just take this how it resonates. Don't force anything to fit. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for being here and for spending time with me and little sweet Evie Pooh. It looks like somebody's getting ready to go down for all this crap that's going on, and hopefully something's getting ready to transform in this energy, because this has been going on forever and there needs to be, well, we have to get into alignment in order to receive our divine inheritance, okay? I mean, it takes time and we have to do our work in order to bring that in. So unfortunately it just keeps going on. But these impulsive people here, okay, that are predators out here, bullying people, they're going down. All these hitmen, your ancestors, divine royal bloodline, they're taking them down for coming for you. Their whole world's going to collapse for coming for you, and they're going to get what they deserve. Okay. Hope that you guys will please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for being here and for spending time with us. We love you so much. Bye, collective.